run this videotape for fingerprints? Even I had to take a guess, but I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous, you, and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. Eat that medal. Eat that medal. You have a gold. You definitely have an Olympic gold medal in lying. March 14th, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Mr. Portman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got from the lab tests on the tape, sir, turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were... Hello everybody, this is Portman13 here, and welcome back to, well, Edgeworth Investigations. And for right now, last time that we saw each other, that we freaking owned Portman in an argument, which is totally awesome. We freaking saw his face, he's about to get wrecked. But first of all, we gotta wreck him some more. But first of all, we gotta get some more credible evidence against him. So, let's rock this thing. As we're gonna have to find out how to get Maggie Bird innocent from the murder that occurred inside Edgeworth's office. What is with that prosecutor? I cannot believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But he's been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. Now, what now? It looks like my life's fallen into another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Byrne. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of the argument against Miss Byrne is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding to the mystery surrounding my door. Okay, investigation starts inside the motherfucking hallway. Okay. Okay, what about this? Okay, I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Okay, that would be maybe the doorknob. I don't see any signs of entry, and according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door was really open with the key. Did you have a problem to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle wiped, they think. Whoever the thief is, they did a good job of not having any clues behind. Which means they would have to know about procedural procedures. Okay. Okay. Huh. Look at a minimalist, yet classy door made of top quality wood. And it's thoroughly made, making it near impossible to break into by force. It is almost as majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards, and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone. Right. That's long pause. Exactly reassuring, sir. What about the door hinge? Okay. Okay, what about this? What's this basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portman's prized position, sir. He also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Well, that's a little suspicious. What about this? What is this basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this be used to be just an outside? This used to be just outside next to the building. That was a long time ago. So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Hey, it's Mr. Payne. How's it going, Mr. Payne? Looks like you're in an acquainted pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, to be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no fitting trifling matter. We must find and apprehend and punish the killer accordingly, post haste. Sounds like a messy case you got yourself in your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. Oh, gracious, and I would keep your offer in mind. Who was this guy again? Okay. This office. 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? It's Mr. Portman, sir. So he's my new neighbor. Yeah, I see, and I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Can I inspect the door? Okay, what about this bench? Let me examine this bench. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Okay, there's something right here. It's... Isn't this that missing O series file, sir? No doubt about it. This bloody letter marks is clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. Our team took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these old files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly, it's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. Then that means that the thief must have also wanted to file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for the visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know? You would sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway? Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up in the stand. But it always ends the same. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. He's talking about Phoenix. He's talking about Phoenix. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning naturally. Okay. Was there anything else? What about the floor? Yeah, I don't see anything else. Can I do logic? The file's in this array. Another handgun. Let's see, other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? Culprit rearranged my files twice. Once before and once after the murder. And why? Yeah, let's go and interview Maggie Bird. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I'd be cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. I can't believe this chance passed me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing up my notes there by presenting the present button. Present the master key. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed that it was back at around 2:30 a.m. I was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room reception window is. But I'm sure that between those two times, it was not gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir.
We always
keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit it. That was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key. The victim. Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once I'd love to play with him.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
Oh, come on. Mr. Portman is such an egotistical guy that all he did was just only pass him the ball. There's no competition in that. On second thought, I don't think I'd ever fit in all that well with him. Using the master key. What did you mean? But you used the master key.
I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key.
That's just too cute. She put on her security guard uniform hat and she gave him a salute. Oh, that's just too darn cute. I wish I know. I really need to figure out. Okay, there we go. Ah, what is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Byrne, quickly. Forgetful Mr. Portman. It was around 12 a.m.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portman had forgotten his office key. So he came down to security, sir.
That was when you loaned him the master key to him.
No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. So I walked Mr. Portman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see. And what happened after that?
Well, he called me to come close to his office as he was leaving to come home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I doubt that you can say that you've never let your keys at home. You've never let your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portman's door. Maggie Byrne. Miss Maggie Byrne, correct? I take it that you were an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going along downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to the detective, to Detective Township for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago.
Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of the case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has always been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Since I was 6 months old, just like she said in the live stream from yesterday, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. I failed to even almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every, darn it, freaking voices get me a little mixed up.
Every disaster. And now I even managed to being named a criminal just when I was becoming a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and the detective Joseph involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Heck yeah, no, that's what I think you're talking about. Alright, now that we gotta get a much more thorough examination of the door. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Okay. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecuting detective. These stores could be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
That's I guess only a great cat burglar
Could get in. That must be who the culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Okay, I think we gotta use logic. Connect. Miss Bird, I'm afraid that there is a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office at 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow! Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgot all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time, freaking ace,
very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I?
So I pretended to lock his room.
Sir?
You pretended? Yeah, I
used my house key and made it look like that I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did really lock the door then.
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found a key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
Mr. Portman's office. Kimmy should be able to go in. "1203. I take that this is Mr. Portman's office?"
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. And that reminds me, Mr. Portman had actually wanted room 202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
Why was Mr. Portman so particularly about getting to room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because something's missing, like his birthday detective, December 2nd.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. You can't think of any other reason why. I can think of at least 3 reasons why. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Okay, I gotta save it real quick, everyone. There we go. Okay, deduce. Oops, no.
Eureka!
No! No! I didn't want that! Fudge! Get... Okay, organizer. Okay, I think I got an idea. There, deduce. This.
Eureka!
There we go. There is a contradiction between reality and the evidence. If that what Mr. Bird has said true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir. I don't think Mr. Portman noticed it himself, that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir? It means either that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. So, she opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find. Okay, need to save it. There you go. Yeah, all we have to do is this. We need to examine these. No, the doorknob will be wiped clean. Prints on the master key. Yeah, the doorknob would have been wiped clean. Well, we'll go ahead and try the doorknob. Yeah, I guess it would make sense in a way. Since Miss Bird would have said that she locked the door or something like that. So if Miss Bird really was at the door, then her prints would have been on the door. So let's go do prints on the doorknob. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey you, yeah, you pal, do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So what did you find out? There's no need for such bligger and nostril flaring, detective.
Sir, I have found only Mr. Portman's and Mr. Fate's prints on this doorknob.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this doorknob. That's pretty decisive.
I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Now the whose prints should also be this. It should be Miss Bird's prints. Because she said that she locked the door. So Miss Bird's prints should have been on the door.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that these prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean?
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Mr. Portman's data updated in my organizer. What do we have here? I won't rest until I have... Oh, there's definitely something below the door. Right there. What's this? It looks like a scrap paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. Well, it looks like you're out of gas. I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Looks like a note from the victim. Yes, and it's for Mr. Portman. Oh, that's definitely suspicious. This basketball is a property of Mr. Portman's. Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match. Basketball, tennis, it doesn't matter what sport he is. Although I'd be a hard time playing tennis with this ball. That is the point. You should be focusing on detective. You're right, pal. Me, sir. I should be focusing on bad Mr. Portman. Someone should teach him how to clean his toys up after he stopped playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Hey, logic. Okay, no. Oops, no. Okay, that was close. Okay, Miss Maggie Bird. Perfect, the door. I already checked this area out, but I never hurts to have another look. I don't see any signs of forced entry. And according to the guard, no signs that the lockpick was either, sir. Meaning that the door really was open with the key. Now, did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob is clean as a whistle, I think. Whoever the thief is, they did a good job of leaving behind. Okay, let me save it again. I think I'm onto something. Okay. Yeah, I can't deduce. One, two, OT. These four numbers on a number plate, along with a proclaim to be my office. Whoops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. You have to be able to take the plates off when a room becomes vacant, you know? Although the idea that it can be so easily removed was kind of... Okay, so there's nothing on the door. Okay, with Miss Maggie Bird. Present. Present the door. I've had to open Mr. Portman's office up for him in the times before. I've also had the chances to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. Well, maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie. I will make a special card and a month of work just for you. He is too... Gumshoe, you're too awesome. Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. They are proof of just how unbelievable unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you just isn't the same as getting an award from a real award, sir. Poor Gumshoe. Can you present this? I just a little... Uh-oh. Just like talking to another Gumshoe. Okay. Okay. The safe. Huh. Okay, what about this guy? Is everything alright? Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I am finally 154 pounds. Congratulations. But I was asking you about this hallway and this room. Everything's okay, sir. Word of advice, stay focused of your many, and you may start to lose even more weight. Yeah, we definitely don't want to lose. He definitely doesn't want to lose weight. Get Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? Anything of interest? Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Want to share? That's nothing, sir. But I noticed that Mr. Portman's calls his partner Jim. And that the detective in that Sunday night drama, all to my knowledge, his name's Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too? Of course. The tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir, after all we've been through? Present the detective with this. That's the only talent you have. Oh, wait. The door. The safe. I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I've caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth. There's a great deal you don't know about me, and at least I hope so. Yeah, I don't think any Mr. Edgeworth wants to invite anyone to his mind palace. Okay. Was there anything else I need to examine? Let me save it real quick. Okay, then we're gonna try logic. Let me see if I can mess these two up. Nope. I knew it. Nope. I knew it. Okay, Oh, what's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, what about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of the suit to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Investigation complete. Looking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. How so, sir? In a variety of yet different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. Okay, saving it again. You know what the killer is? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, as long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portman. What? Mr. Portman? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. Liar! I suppose that it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come with what may. It is time to knock on the truth's door. Alright, time to bring this guy to justice. Mr. Portman. Mr. Portman. I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Right, yeah, bro, yeah. You're not supposed to toss evidence. You can damage the evidence, you know. Okay, looking good. You there. Take care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Mr. Portman. Okay, saving it again. There we go. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Jacques Portman, that you are a guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset out of your logic. Out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. Oh yeah, that's what he was exactly doing. Having these guys toss up all different sorts of evidence. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Haha, who would have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor, Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case in over 40 years. But there always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I have got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind games with me because they won't work? Okay, saving it again. Okay, using that mouth of yours, how's this explaining yourself? I'll do too. You'll only dig your own hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves even though you never proved anything did? Alright, Mr. Portman's rebuttal. As I have said, sort of the harebrained idea you have in your mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you suppose that I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad about doing this to you, but I've got work to do, and we're done here. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Boy, you are stubborn. I suppose you bashing basing your accusations on something. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. I have no idea what a harebrained accusation, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. However, may I ask you, I propose I unlock the door and got in here? Present. The master key.
Objection!
Yes! I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open the door with the key. You directed Maggie Bird. You asked Maggie Bird to open the door, which, knowing that you are a prosecutor, that you have all different sorts of knowledge when it comes to crime detection. So, which means that you had Miss Maggie Bird to open Edgeworth's door for you, since that she did not exactly open up her door. Since she did not exactly open Mr. Portman's door. So, which means that he has asked Maggie Bird to open up Edgeworth's door. Which means that she must have had no clue that the door that she was about to open is Edgeworth's door. Present. You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door, weren't you? Yes? Yes, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know. But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? Oh, what? You have quite the imagination. Well, why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? No, I'm certain that it was Mr. Portman's door, sir. Nope. The fingerprints on the door was not Miss Bird's.
I checked the door numbering on the number plate to make sure I was opening up the right door, sir.
Nope. See? Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking that you were what you wanted? Oh, and how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide off pretty easily. Furthermore, then you used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not in fact mine. What was... Okay. Shift F1. Okay. Okay, what was it that Miss Portman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room? Mr. Portman's office. Miss Bird says that she unlocked this door, but her prints were not found on the doorknob.
Take that!
What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Even I wouldn't get tricked by something like that, sir. Fudge! Miss Maggie really led Mr. Edgeworth, I believe so. Mr. Portman gave her the wrong impression. Okay, I gotta think of this thing. What was that Mr. Portman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room? The basketball hoop. No, the basketball hoop was near his door. Mr. Portman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room. Okay. Okay, I gotta think. The basketball hoop. Okay, it's sitting in front of the Mr. Portman's office. There are signs that it was been moved. Yes! Present this instead. What, the basketball hoop, sir? It's quite peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building, which is why it has left an unusual strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Okay, I'm definitely gonna take a screenshot at that. Let's wait for the thumbnail. There you go, he's gonna get owned. That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portman's. There were signs that the hoop had been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you shift F1. There you go. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Okay. Conjecture rebuttal. You're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Why don't you have a single reason to suspect me? So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? As I'm a pure and innocent as my jacket. You've been flip-flopping that jacket around, so I don't know if that's innocent anymore. Yeah, Miss Bird is just as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket is not dirty. I'll have you know, I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Okay, now you're just spouting nonsense. No, you didn't. I had the girl open my office door. Nope.
Objection!
I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh. What for? Come on now, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Oh yeah. Oh man, am I good. Urgh. Oh man, am I good. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should have naturally been on the doorknob she touched. Oh man. Furthermore, all the prints on my office door knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume that it is because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection!
But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Man, I'm getting good at this. Hey, when I lie to you, I have proof that you were not in your room, as you claim. That would be this. The stolen O series file. It was found outside, and only he would know.
Take that!
Somehow I don't think that easily points out to my alibi, Mr. Edgeworth. Fudge! I thought it was it. I must have been thinking too logically. Oh, okay. Okay, I see now. Okay, could have been this. Found under the door for absent Portman. Touch the check button for details. I bought the 3 pieces of evidence by just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out guess. I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Yeah, if he was in this room, he would have picked up that note.
Take that!
This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? Yeah, right here it says, but you're out. Oh man, that was awesome. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So where were you and what were you doing? Oh man. Okay, I gotta take a picture of this. There you go. Why don't you think it's time that you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you. Plus possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And then I had the misfortune to return. When I did, you had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. Now you see why that I love Edgeworth. I'm not sure. Do I like Phoenix more than Edgeworth? Maybe I like Phoenix more. I don't know. This is hard for me to decide. Maybe among prosecutors that I would love Edgeworth. In my office. Just what's so funny, pal? Well, just look at that stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor. As in, he marks a huge mistake in accusing me, and is simply too much to bear. There is nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're a murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. As I have said earlier, it's also circumstantial, full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. Well, I can readily confess that I wiped that knob down well. Eh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see, which means he loves to clean. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped that down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim and my own prints were found there. You made that up now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example? Are you saying you failed to notice a note on your doorway? Hey, even a geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that is no excuse. No, that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Portman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have already an airtight alibi. Alright, airtight you say? I only realized that I had one just now as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Yeah, he's definitely sly motherfucker. Okay, if my memory serves, you came back at around this office at around 2 a.m., correct? Let's check out the organizer. Okay, 2:05. Okay, that it fits. Okay, the body was definitely there. Okay. Now that we gotta press him on this. Okay, and then it was that you had to unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at that time was down in the criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives would cooperate in my story. It's perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around. You know all you like. You see for yourself. Detective Goomshoe. Yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said that they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see? All of this evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be some contradictory point to his alibi somewhere. Okay. If memory serves, okay, if memory serves, you came back at around 2 a.m. in the office. Correct? The body was found at 2:05 a.m. Do I present him this? Maybe not. Maybe not yet. We gotta press him.
Hold it!
You are correct that it was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch, and then, make no mistake, it was 2. Giving testimony like a pro. Okay, you came back at your office at 2. It was then that you had a confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. Press. It was as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one. You're the only one who claimed to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the reason? The person's face that wasn't me you saw? The room was dark. It was pitch black, so I couldn't exactly see. Come on now. Sure you saw something. Try a little harder, don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran to the other culprit. Okay, I'm about to try something. Okay. Okay, but at exactly that time, I was down in the criminal affairs. May seem perfect at first glance, but I know there is a hole in it somewhere. All I needed to do was press him a little, and see what comes of it. Okay, memory starts to yeah. Press.
Hold it.
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Press it. Oh well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. Another detective says they saw you at around that time. See? I had the perfect alibi. And that's an ace up my sleeve. Nah. Impossible. He actually does have a perfect alibi. Oh man, I got a phone call again. Excuse me everybody, real quick. Okay, sorry about that everybody. I really did have a phone call. Alright. What's wrong? Why did sudden look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think you've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there. Sir, please escort the young lady. But remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something? On his alibi, the intruder I met could not have... freaking Windows notifications, like it could not have been Portman. Then who could it have been? I need to calmly think this through one more time using logic. Okay? Okay. I guess we tried this, and then I tried this. That didn't work. So, Mr. Portman's alibi... Okay, let me think. Luckily for me, I saved beforehand. It would have to be Portman who did... It would have to be Portman. He got rid of the files that he exactly needed, and only a prosecutor would know what to look for in a case. Yeah, Maggie Bird couldn't have done it. We tried that. Okay, we tried this. And then I could try this. Yes! Evidence point to the shelves being disturbed once before and once after the murder. But who is it to say that the person who did it the second time is the same as the first? Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Another visitor. Another handgun. If indeed there was two culprits, then that resolves the contradiction behind our murder weapon. Despite the fact that there are 2 bullets here in this room, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, leaving the possibility that the other bullet was fired from the other visitor's gun. Furthermore, if we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. If I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, 2? And it explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portman tricked Miss Bird into gaining entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, no? If you could, please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portman was out to steal something from me, which was why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves the first time. So then this would be when the files were put back wrong order, right? Correct. And just when he was about to look somewhere else, he should walk in by his own partner, Mr. Faith. Well, why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portman, which is why he was in the area. But why, when he knows the sounds coming from my office, would he be my guest? Well, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought that it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
But when he came and found his own partner standing there,
Because it was Mr. Portman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Fate's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Picture thumbnailing that. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, and one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left a fake dying message behind. So you're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and the other person objective was to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. And this is the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that encounter. So, the shelves getting messed up twice and 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So now you see, Mr. Portman, the person I met was just a thief, and not in fact Mr. Fate's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Ah, jeez, that was devastating though. Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explaining everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposedly, if, and that is a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your suspicion that I was the first visitor. You can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof that at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitudes to be... No! Okay. I don't know what the frick happened. The freaking emulator almost froze over. Let me save it here for just in case it happens again. There we go. Somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. As the first person you met really was just a plain old thief. Then, why isn't that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Jeez, this guy. Alright. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but I've already said I was training in my room. Training for what in your room? Yeah, when Jim came to deliver evidence to me, I was down at the criminal affairs, so I can't be expected to know what happens around here after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now it isn't the time to be wasting time on the dead end. I don't think it is all the dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Oh! Thumbnailing that. There you go. Now I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Here we go again. There we go. Okay, that thief you ran into should be your first real suspect, wouldn't it? Press him on that. Actually, no, I wouldn't. But why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Fate's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of the files, and it was after they were there that the thief stole one of them. You mean the old files, right? And that's how we also know that the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Fate. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Or maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe we should be out there looking for that thief right now. They could still be nearby. Press him on that. One escaped. I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a lot about this thief. As I just said, nothing like that. I have no idea about anything after all. There you go. Okay. Press him on this. But according to Mr. Bates... Hold on. I thought we were already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have any proof that he left it at a different time, just say that he was murdered. I don't have any note, you see, so I insist, again, that I was in my office the entire time. Huh, let me check this evidence. Okay, I really can't see if there's a date on that. Huh. Yeah, when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at the... Okay, yeah, about 3 pieces of evidence. Fine. Just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. I guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. What was that thing in the conversation on the phone?
Objection!
No! Fudge! Okay, luckily. Calm down, Miles. Listen carefully. Okay. Press.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Fate? That's because he said that he was tired and was going to take a nap, quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits, and one of the evidence he brought. There were things related to yesterday's case, just items, a gun, and a pendant. No, there's 3 pieces of evidence. He brought 3 pieces of evidence. Interesting, this piece of testimony seems to be too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Oh, okay. Yeah, right there, 2 pieces. Yep, there we go. Yep, I thought so. I totally thought so. Oh man, I'm seriously gonna get you now. See, right there, present.
Objection!
Yes! Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece that you should read carefully. It says that Mr. Faith's bringing 3 pieces. Yes, this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portman. Hey, I can't believe to get tripped by a simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? Oh, there we go, thumbnail that. There we go. You have it, don't you? Only the guilty wouldn't make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. Don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Hey, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all a part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me. No! Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you have something to hide. Why would he hide something like that? There's something only one reason why anyone would want to hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point that the person himself as a real killer. Let's examine this video in a little more detail for the section that will drive the last nail in his coffin. KG8 incident. That's a police number. Interesting. However, that wasn't the only thing. Let's give another case thing another try. Oh, there's blood on this thing. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what we were looking after. This blood is still fresh. Do you mean that this might be Detective Fate's blood? No, you got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now, will you tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way into the video? Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well that there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this videotape for fingerprints? Even I had to take a guess, that I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous, you, and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. Eat that medal. Eat that medal. You definitely have an Olympic gold medal in lying. March 14th, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Mr. Portman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Fate, sir. Very good. And the results we got from the lab techs on the tape, sir, turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Fate's blood on there. And as a bonus, they will also be able to lift a few prints of Mr. Fate's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I am impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my humble apologies. Oh, you're awesome, Edgeworth. Yeah! It was nothing really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, that I had been throwing my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for a scary detail. So you know something, sir, that Mr. Portman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Well, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reasons was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. And this is just between you and me, sir, but there are rumors that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, very well. With Mr. Portman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It could seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? That Mr. Portman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather that there were still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out this piece of evidence. We haven't exactly figured out about the missing case file.
Take that!
The person who stole this file and the other villain of the night. Yeah, I worried who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages. I wonder, who in the world was it in that and held me at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes? I came across this a while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That the great thief everyone was talking about. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yagaratsu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yagaratsu is a noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yagaratsu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yagaratsu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The thief is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. Along with this single card, although it has been a while since the Yagaratsu last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. This is it's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yagaratsu? The Yagaratsu organization. Quite a few key words are popping in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yagaratsu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming, for they were heralded by the incidents that occurred 2 days ago. The end. Well then everybody, it looks like this is going to be it for today's video. I'm hoping that y'all had a good time, and hope to see you again next time everybody. Bye bye now. But there is a serious flaw in your logic. Hey, bringing up a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but to find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. Yes! Oh man. Okay. Okay, I wish I know. Oh, I definitely gotta get used to recording videos again so I know how to make thumbnails. Okay. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see if I may direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. That's impossible, Mr. Portman. Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner. I highly doubt they could have been missed. They could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
That is possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the files should be is proof. Oh, yes. Now it definitely makes sense. Someone could have took the file and then written the name in blood. But in order for Detective Gumshoe to really be fully to be the culprit, then maybe the whole name would have to show up. So which means that someone definitely stole the file before it was taken. And then afterwards written in blood. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even you could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Oh, got him! Which means, what exactly does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with a crime scene. Oh yeah, that's right, and also Detective Gumshoe couldn't exactly written his name in blood because he can't stand the sight of blood. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin the whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see.